Welcome back. Take a look at this. People gathered in Hawaii last night to see the world's largest active volcano erupt for the first time in almost 40 years.
Yeah, look at the lava shooting into the air and flowing down the hill on the Big Island. As of now, that lava is not threatening any homes or businesses, and there are no evacuation orders, but people around the town of Hilo were warned to have a plan in place in case that changes. And as Caitlin just mentioned, that's the world's largest active volcano. So, of course, the threat from that is not insignificant. Glad it's at the magnitude it's at and not anything more.
Yeah, exactly. And I would not be those people who are taking time to go see it up close. So the video's just fine.
And that includes like flying over. Like I do not need to fly over an active volcano.
No,
I
I'm
am
okay
perfectly
with that.
okay.
Well, speaking of having a plan in place, you might want to have one for tomorrow morning.
Yes, exactly. We are going to be looking at an active weather morning across central Georgia. Not so much this afternoon, but the writing is on the wall. A light wind out of the south now coming in, and temperatures rather warm for this time of year. 69 in Macon, 70 in Warner Robins right now, 70 in Dublin, 68 in Milledgeville. Elsewhere across the area, 60s and 70s on the board. The cool spot appears to be Monticello at 63. They got down into the 30s this morning. Everywhere else, close to that 70-degree mark. Our radar picture here in central Georgia is quiet, but if we go back 2 states over into Mississippi now, running into some severe weather, that yellow polygon right there is our first severe thunderstorm of the day. But you can see the activity beginning to develop back here, and this is a pretty significant severe weather day for folks to our west. A level 4 day from the Jackson, Vicksburg area up through Starkville, Columbus, Tupelo, on into northwestern Alabama. A significant threat of tornadoes out there today, not to mention the damaging wind threat that comes right along with it. And of course, this is part of the weather system that's moving towards central Georgia. So you see the flare up of activity we're going to see out here this afternoon around 5 p.m. These are these discrete supercells that are known for producing the tornadoes. That's going to track across Mississippi and Alabama. Notice here we are at 10 p.m. A few scattered showers in central Georgia. The bulk of the storm still off to our west. But then as we head through the overnight hours, we're going to watch this approach from the northwest. So the line coming through Atlanta on into the Montgomery area right around 2 a.m. And that's going to continue to slide to the south and very conveniently come right through central Georgia just as we're all going to work and school tomorrow morning. So it does appear the threat of damaging winds will be hanging around with this as that continues to move down towards the south. But just as quickly as it comes in, the front will come in behind it, push all of the rain out, and we will be completely dry by about the noon hour. Clear skies by 5 p.m. tomorrow night. So the same outlook we were just looking at for today. How does that translate into tomorrow? Well, we here in central Georgia are on the edge of a level 1 risk, the threat of damaging winds, heavy rainfall, and weak tornadoes potentially to the southwest, I'm thinking. But all of central Georgia included in that level 1 green area. And here is the specific detail on the tornado outlook. You can see the edge that stops right around the Columbus area and goes back into Alabama. So not too concerned about that. Is it impossible? No, there is still that little bit of possibility there, but all in all, I am not very concerned about it. In terms of rainfall, expecting widespread 1 to 2 inches of rain across central Georgia, anywhere from south to north. We could be looking at that, and we could see if extreme on either end. You could see a spot that gets a little less than an inch and a spot that gets a little more than 2 inches. As for today, 73 going to be the high temperature. A fairly nice day across central Georgia, becoming warmer through the afternoon. The clouds will be on the increase ahead of this front later on tonight. A wind out of the east-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. If you're thinking about putting up the Christmas lights over the next few days, today a good day to do it. Of course, we'll have those storms tomorrow morning, but clearing out behind that. Only thing is it's going to be windy, and that will last into Thursday. Here's your 7-day forecast. 70s for the next 2 days, and then flipping the script beginning on the first day of December, turning cooler and drier. That is until we get to the weekend, back to the 70s by Saturday.